Alright, so it is October, it's spooky season, and it's time to talk about the scariest dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures that existed in the history of this planet. The prehistoric world was home to some of the most terrifying creatures to ever walk the earth. We all know about the T-Rex and Velociraptor, but there were many other lesser-known creatures that would have been an absolute nightmare to encounter. Today we're going to be taking a dive into the scariest, most terrifying creatures to ever roam the planet. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe to the Dinosaur channel. This is your home on the internet for all things dinosaur and prehistoric. Smash us with a dino-sized thumbs up and let's get started on this list. First on our list is the Helicoprion, a prehistoric shark with a unique feature that makes it especially terrifying. Millions of years ago, during the Permian and early Triassic periods, there was a terrifying creature lurking beneath the ancient oceans. It was known as the Helicoprion, and it was a prehistoric shark that struck fear into the hearts of all living creatures. What made the Helicoprion truly scary were its unique teeth. Unlike any other shark, the Helicoprion had spiral teeth that were arranged in a way that resembled a circular saw, giving their teeth an interesting name, tooth whorls. These teeth could reach up to 25 inches, making them one of the largest sets of teeth in the animal kingdom. The Helicoprion's teeth were not just for show. They were designed to slice through the flesh of its prey with ease. Its powerful jaws could take down even the largest of prey, tearing through their flesh like a hot knife through butter. Imagine being caught in the jaws of this monster, with its razor-sharp teeth slowly tearing through your flesh. The thought alone is enough to give you nightmares. Despite its fearsome reputation, much of the Helicoprion remains a mystery. Its fossilized teeth and a few fragments of its lower jaw are all that remains of this monster of the deep. But even in death, the Helicoprion continues to haunt our imaginations. The Helicoprion's unique teeth have been subject of much debate among scientists. Some believe that they were used as a saw, while others think that they were used to catch and hold on to prey. Whatever their purpose, there is no denying that the Helicoprion would have caused terror in the ancient seas. The Helicoprion is a reminder of the incredible diversity of life that once existed on our planet and the creepy and terrifying creature that once roamed the ancient seas. Its strange spiral teeth are a testament to the power and brutality of nature, and a reminder of the horrors that once lurked beneath the waves. Next up on our creepy list is Tanystropheus. Millions of years ago during the Triassic period, a terrifying creature lurked in the waters and along the shores of what is now Italy and Switzerland. It was known as Tanystropheus, and it was a prehistoric reptile that would have sent shivers down your spine. The Tanystropheus was a bizarre creature with an impossibly long neck that could reach up to 10 feet in length and weighed in at around 300 pounds. Its body was relatively small compared to its neck, making it a strange and unsettling sight to behold. The Tanystropheus was lined with sharp teeth, which it used to catch its prey and tear through their flesh. But the Tanystropheus' creepiness didn't stop at its unusual appearance. It was also an incredibly efficient hunter, able to catch its prey on both land and in water. It is even hypothesized that the elongated neck would have been used as a sort of fishing rod to reel in fish as it moved along the shore. The hips, legs, and tail were so strong that it believed the Tanystropheus used it as its counterweight while it flung its neck into the water like a rod onto the next creature. Deep in the ancient forests of Asia lived a creature that I would consider as the Edward Scissorhands of dinosaurs. It was known as the Therizinosaurus, and it was a prehistoric dinosaur that was both terrifying and mysterious. At first glance, the Therizinosaurus appears to be a gentle giant, with a bulky body, long arms, and the diet of an herbivore. However, upon closer inspection, it feels like this dinosaur is anything but gentle. Its arms were lined with razor-sharp claws, each one of them as long as a human arm, and capable of slicing through flesh and bone. Their claws reached up to 20 inches in length and are thought to have been used for defense against predators and grabbing vegetation. The creepiness of the Therizinosaurus didn't end there. It had a beak-like mouth similar to that of a bird, which it used to tear through the leaves and branches of the trees it lived in. The creature was over 30 feet long and weighed over 5 tons, making one of the largest dinosaurs. Despite its intimidating appearances, very little is known about the Therizinosaurus. It is believed to have lived during the late Cretaceous period around 70 million years ago and was likely an herbivore or omnivore. However, its massive claws suggest that it may have also been a formidable predator. Next up, deep beneath the waves of the Cambrian seas lived a creature so bizarre and creepy it can only be described as a nightmare. This creature was the Opambinia, a prehistoric arthropod that would have left you trembling with fear. If you thought the deep dark ocean was scary, I would probably instantly pass out if this guy popped up behind me. The Opambinia was a small creature measuring only a few inches long, but what made it so creepy was its appearance. It had a long, worm-like body that was covered in spiny armor, and several pairs of strange, flailing appendages that it used to swim through the water. At the end of its body was a long, protruding snout that resembled a vacuum cleaner, which it used to suck up its prey. Its vacuum-like mouth was lined with possibly small, sharp teeth, perfect for grabbing smaller prey that lived beneath the ocean. Its long, spiny body made it difficult to catch, and its flailing appendages made it almost impossible to escape. But what truly made Opambinia so scary was its appearance. Its strange, almost alien-like appearance would have been absolutely terrifying to any creature it encountered. The spiny armor on its body would have made it almost impossible to grab, and its writhing appendages would have made it seem like it was coming at you from all directions. To top it all off, it had 5 eyes. Did I forget to mention it had 5 damn eyes that popped out of its head? Okay, I'm done. This guy is too creepy. On to the next one. If you ever thought you had a fear of snakes before this, well, this video might make it a little bit worse. Next on our list is the largest snake to have ever been discovered by paleontologists. This massive snake was known as Titanoboa. It lived during the Paleocene period. This creepy creature was over 40 feet long and weighed over a ton, making it one of the largest snakes to ever exist. Its massive size and deadly bite would have made encountering this monstrous snake an absolute nightmare. Its massive size allowed it to take down even the largest prey, crushing them with its powerful coils and swallowing them whole. What makes a Titanoboa so creepy is not just its size, but its appearance. Its thick muscular body was covered in scales that shimmered in the sunlight, and its eyes were set deep in its head, giving it a menacing stare. Its long, curved teeth were perfect for puncturing flesh, and its forked tongue flicked out to sense the heat of its prey. To add to the creepiness factor, the Titanoboa lived in the steamy swamps of the Paleocene era, surrounded by other giant creatures like crocodiles and giant turtles. Its presence in these primordial habitats would have been enough to give any animal nightmares. It's like your normal garden snake, but 40 feet long. Despite its fearsome appearance, the Titanoboa eventually went extinct, likely due to changes in its environment. The Titanoboa lived during the Paleocene epoch approximately 60 million years ago. It was discovered in 2009 in a coal mine in Colombia, where it has been preserved for millions of years. Scientists estimate that Titanoboa would have lived in a tropical rainforest where the temperatures were warmer and carbon dioxide levels were higher than today. At the time, the Earth was a very different place. The continents were likely still shifting and forming, and many areas were covered in swamps and marshes. The Titanoboa likely shared its habitat with other giant creatures, such as the massive crocodile known as Purasurosaurus and the turtles like Carbonemys, which was the size of a small car. One of the most fascinating features of the Titanoboa is its size. Scientists estimate that it would have been about 13 meters long and weighed up to 2,500 pounds. That's longer than a school bus and heavier than a hippo. It's hard to imagine a snake that big, but the Titanoboa was able to move through the water in the rainforest with ease, using its powerful muscles to propel itself forward. The Titanoboa's size also made it a formidable predator. Its jaws could open incredibly wide, allowing it to swallow prey whole. Its curved teeth were designed to grab and hold onto slippery fish and other prey, and its constricting coils were strong enough to squeeze the life out of larger animals like crocodiles and even dinosaurs. With a 6-foot wide mouth, this guy could probably swallow most of us whole, and that's pretty terrifying. Next on our list is the Deinosuchus, a massive crocodilian that lived during the late Cretaceous period. The Deinosuchus was a prehistoric crocodile that roamed the Earth during the late Cretaceous period about 82 to 73 million years ago. This massive reptile was one of the largest crocodile species that ever roamed the Earth, with an estimated length of up to 40 feet and weighed up to 8 tons. Its name Deinosuchus means terrible crocodile, and for good reason. This fearsome creature had an incredibly powerful bite force, which was estimated to be between 18,000 to 103,000 newtons, 4 times stronger than the bite force of a modern-day crocodile. Just to put it into reference, the T-Rex, its bite force was only 35,000 newtons, and humans are only 300 newtons. The Deinosuchus had a heavily armored body with thick, scaly skin and large bony plates running down its back. Its teeth were long and sharp, designed to grip onto prey and tear them apart. It was a dominant predator of its time and would have preyed on almost anything it entered in territory. But perhaps the most terrifying aspect of the Deinosuchus was its size. It was capable of taking down large dinosaurs that came to drink from rivers and lakes it lived in. Crocodiles, we know, are notorious for sneaking up on creatures as they near a water source. With similar behavior, this dinosaur had no fear of going up against some of the biggest dinosaurs at the time and taking them down with its incredible bite force. Its massive jaws, sharp teeth, and thick armor made it nearly invincible. It was a true apex predator that ruled the waterways of its time, and its presence alone would have been enough to send shivers down the spines of any creature that lived alongside it. In conclusion, the Deinosuchus was a true monster of the prehistoric world. Its massive size, powerful bite, its heavily armored body made it a terrifying predator that struck fear into the hearts of all who encountered it. It's a reminder that the world was once home to creatures that were much scarier than anything we have today. And that takes us straight to the sky. Next on our list is Quetzalcoatlus. The Quetzalcoatlus was a giant pterosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous period about 70 to 66 million years ago. It was one of the largest flying animals that ever existed, with a wingspan of up to 52 feet and weighed up to 500 pounds. The Quetzalcoatlus had a long, pointed beak that it used to catch fish and other small prey. It also had a long, slender neck and a small head, giving it a somewhat eerie appearance. Its wings were thin and delicate, supported by a single finger bone that extended out from each wing. While the Quetzalcoatlus was a majestic creature, it was also a terrifying one. Its massive size and sharp beak made it a formidable predator, capable of taking down even the largest of prey. Its wingspan alone would have been enough to cast a shadow over its potential victims, signaling their impending doom. But perhaps the creepiest thing about Quetzalcoatlus was its ability to fly silently. Despite its massive size, it was able to glide through the air without making a sound. This would have been even more difficult for its prey to detect and avoid it. This guy is probably the scariest and creepiest creature we have on this list, in my opinion. The size ratio is what's frightening. Long neck and massive head with skinny long limbs is just a terrifying sight to me. In the most recent Prehistoric Planet series, Quetzalcoatlus made a famous appearance taking on a T-Rex and claiming victory over a carcass of an already dead dinosaur. The Quetzalcoatlus was not an animal to mess around with, and I sure wouldn't do it. Next on our list is the Arthropleura, often known as the giant millipede or giant centipede. It roamed the Earth over 300 million years ago during the Carboniferous period. Now, when we say giant, we mean it. Brace yourself, because these things could reach lengths of up to 8 feet long. That's right, picture a Monstrosaurus millipede slithering around, longer than most humans are tall. All those creepy crawlies that you think about in the jungle, now bigger than you. What makes the Arthropleura especially creepy is its armored exoskeleton. This thing was like a walking tank covered in tough plates that provided protection against potential threats. So no, this is not one you'd want to try to squash with your boots. Arthropleura had countless legs, stretching out from its long segmented body. And we're not talking about a few dozen legs here. No. These nightmares on legs had 30 pairs of legs, making it look like a writhing multi-legged horror show. Just imagine the sound of all those legs scuttling across the forest floor. Creepy, right? Now you may be thinking to yourself, sure, it looks terrifying, but was it dangerous? Well, we don't really know because Arthropleura was probably a herbivore, but its sharp jaws were used to munch on plants and vegetations, but it probably could kill a human being, if we're being completely honest. We're going to travel to the Carboniferous skies now, just taking off from the Arthropleura to the Meganeura, meaning giant wing. The Meganeura was an enormous species of dragonfly that lived during the Carboniferous period approximately 300 million years ago. This incredible insect was one of the largest flying insects to have ever existed. Its wingspan, 2.5 feet for a dragonfly. One of the most fascinating and scariest features of the Meganeura was its size. This giant dragonfly was considerably larger than its modern relatives. Its body alone could reach lengths of up to 28 inches, with a wingspan that rivaled that of some birds. But what made the Meganeura even scarier are the intricate networks of veins running through the transparent wings, which provided strength and stability, enabling them to maneuver with precision. These impressive wings allowed the Meganeura to be agile hunters, capturing prey midair with their long legs and sharp mandibles. Now, you might be wondering why the Meganeura grew to such gigantic proportions. Well, one theory suggests that the high levels of oxygen in the atmosphere during the Carboniferous period played a significant role. The increased oxygen levels provided a higher concentration of gas for the Meganeura's respiratory system, allowing it to sustain a larger body size. As with many prehistoric creatures, the Meganeura eventually went extinct. God bless. And its giant descendants disappeared from the skies, but their legacy lives on through fossils and scientific research, providing us with valuable insights into their ancient ecosystems. Next on our list is the Jachyolopterus, also known as the sea scorpion. This terrifying creature lived during the Silurian period approximately 400 million years ago. This was one of the largest arthropods to have ever existed. Fossil evidence suggests that the Jachyolopterus could grow an impressive size of over 8 feet in length, making it one of the largest known arthropods of all time and bigger than most human beings. This ancient predator possessed a pair of formidable pincers, or capillary, which it used to capture and manipulate its prey. The capillary of the Jachyolopterus were large and powerful, enabling it to seize and hold onto its victims with great strength. This made it a fearsome predator in the ancient oceans. While the exact diet of Jachyolopterus is not entirely known, it is believed to have been a carnivorous predator feeding on smaller aquatic organisms. In its well-developed pincers and sharp spine on its limbs would have been effective tools for catching and subduing prey. The body of Jachyolopterus was covered in tough exoskeletons, providing protection against potential threats and allowing to withstand the pressures of a marine environment. Its large size and formidable appearance likely served it as a deterrent to potential predators, making it a dominant force in its ecosystems. Fossils of the sea scorpion have been discovered in various parts of the world, including Europe and North America. These fossils have provided valuable insights into the anatomy and evolutionary history of this ancient sea scorpion. Scientists continue to study these remarkable fossils to better understand the biology and behavior of this prehistoric creature. Genuinely, I hate this next one. With every bone of my body, I actually get joy knowing this creature does not exist on our planet anymore. It brings me no joy to introduce the Megarachne. The Megarachne, a nightmare-inducing arachnid, once prowled the Earth approximately 300 million years ago during the late Carboniferous period. We should just change the name of this period to Hell. Just Hell. I really hate spiders. I believe they're truly the worst, except for the cute little jumping spiders. Look at them. They just hop around like little bunnies. I just want to pet them all. But this guy, he's a whole lot of a hell no. Just the body of this guy stretched out 21 inches. Just for fun, let's go see one of the largest spiders in Australia, the huntsman spider, the bane of all existence in the modern age, but it's only 12 inches. That means the Megarachne was almost double the size of the huntsman spider, if not larger. Okay, wait, this wasn't actually a spider. It's a Eurypterid, a sea scorpion. I can kind of live with that. Recent scientific studies have shed light on the true nature of this menacing creature. Contrary to its earlier assumptions, it is now believed that the Megarachne was not a spider, but rather a type of ancient arthropod known as a Eurypterid or a sea scorpion. These creatures adapted to freshwater environments where many of the fossils have been found in deposits of what was once freshwater environments. Inhabiting these ancient waters, the Megarachne would have presented a formidable sight. Its elongated body, adorned with numerous jointed appendages, menacing pincers, created an aura of primal terror. While its size alone would have sent shivers down the spines of any onlookers, it's important to note that Megarachne was likely a passive predator, using its powerful claws to capture and manipulate small prey rather than delivering venomous bites. Although the exact diet of the Megarachne remains a topic of scientific inquiry, it is believed to have been a sweep feeder. Sweep feeders usually feed off of small invertebrates, and long limbs were attached with blade-like structures which would allow them to sift through sediments of aquatic environments such as swamps and rivers. Even though this guy isn't really classified as a spider, with multiple limbs and big body-like structures it carried around. This guy is our last and final scary creature we have on this list, and in my opinion, probably the most disgusting and scariest one. These prehistoric creatures were the stuff of nightmares, and encountering one would have been an experience you'd never forget. The prehistoric world was a dangerous and terrifying place, and it's a good thing we don't have to worry about encountering these creatures today. Thanks for joining us on this adventure through the scariest creatures that walk the earth. Be sure to check out our other dinosaur videos for more prehistoric fun. And don't forget to subscribe to the Dinosaur Channel, your home on the internet for all things dinosaur and prehistoric. Smash us with a dino-sized thumbs up, and become a member on our channel. It'll go a long way to helping us create these amazing videos for you. We hope you had a creepy, scary time, and you enjoy the creepy, scary month of October, while remembering the terrifying animals that existed on this planet. We'll see you in the next one.